Good morning. 9 minutes before 6 a.m. It's a hot day once again.
Good morning, Tucker.
What do you want on your toast, baby?
Butter.
Morning. Did you have a good nap last night? What we tell the girls is Daddy goes to work to help people. If someone's lost, Daddy goes and searches for them and brings them back home to their family. I've been a Sartec since 2008, so we're looking at 7-8 years now.
Sergeant Jim Cook serves as a search and rescue technician, a SARTEC, with one of the Royal Canadian Air Force's busiest squadrons.
There's been a few dicey calls that I'd rather not know about.
Yeah.
When you come home and you're like, the winch broke on the hoist, and I was dangling there for about a half hour. And
It's a roller coaster of a trade, and you see everything from missing kayakers to overturned vessels, 100 miles out there in the Arctic. So there's certain things you can talk with the family, and certain things I kind of hold back. See you guys later. Bye. Love you. If we're not on a rescue, we're typically flying, if the weather allows it.
For today's training operation, Jim will descend from a helicopter over the Atlantic to the deck of the Sir Wilfrid Grenfell, a Coast Guard ship helmed by Captain Chris Robson.
023, Captain. 023.
Bad weather is going to make the challenging drop to the boat deck all the more dangerous.
Yeah, certainly not ideal. Conditions are only going to get worse. They're not going to get better. Clutching in now.
Clutching in, Roger. The waves will be up, wind will be cold. Yes, we are training, but something could possibly go wrong and turn into a real scenario pretty quick.
Today's exercise is overshadowed by events that played out over the last 48 hours.
We were just taking off the search for the 4 missing fishermen off of St. John's, Newfoundland. We spent like 2.5 days searching the area as intensely as we can.
The search and rescue team recovered only 2 of the fishermen's bodies.
That's the sort of stuff that is hard to put beyond you, but just knowing that I'm providing to people in my community is a great honor.
So you want associates, addresses, background, social media?
Yeah, and
Great.
vehicles.
I will do that.
Awesome, thanks.
4 weeks ago, a Calgary man was shot dead in his apartment.
When a homicide happens, everything stops. Whether you're at a friend's house, kid's soccer game, whatever the case may be, you're going to be expected to respond to that call.
Detective Mike Schude has yet to make a significant breakthrough on the case. But an unusual discovery could turn things around.
2 days ago, there was a shotgun that was actually found on the road. We typically don't find a lot of firearms on the street. We're going to take that shotgun down to our forensic firearms lab and see if we get lucky and it's a hit for a murder weapon. Hey, Lauren.
hey,
Calgary's one of the only cities in the country to have its own forensics firearms lab.
When a gun comes in, we're able to start that analysis right away and get information to investigators. It's a huge benefit for them to have the lab here.
Fingerprints and DNA have already been taken from the gun. Now, firearms expert Lauren McCauley will try to identify whether it's the one used in Mike's homicide case.
If this gun gets identified to as homicide, he'll then go further to try to associate this gun with a suspect. From those initial examinations, it's the same gauge as what I have from the crime scene, so my next step will be to test fire that gun and then look at the microscopic markings to see, is this the gun?
Not often do we find shotguns that match the description discarded in the streets of Calgary. So with any luck, this comes out to be our murder weapon.
I love my job. Every day is something different. It's really fascinating.
This is real CSI, isn't it?
Well, on a different scale, we're doing what we can to help fight crime that's going on in our city. This is as real as it gets, yes.
Boom, red light.
I think we're a bit of a mystery to most people.
We're surrounded by trees, and most people don't really realize that we're here.
The Canadian Explosives Research Lab safety tests everything from fireworks to industrial blasting materials. But increasingly, their expertise is harnessed in the fight against terrorism.
We also conduct testing on what are called homemade explosives.
In the past 2 years, 16 Canadians have been charged with terrorism-related offenses.
So this is what we call the horseshoe. It's one of our testing facilities.
Chemists Kelly Armstrong and Bill Ridley are experimenting with a recipe for a homemade bomb.
There is no limit to, say, the terrorist creativity. There's always another way to create a newer, more powerful explosive.
Bill and Kelly's research helps law enforcement stay a step ahead of terrorists.
If we can identify certain chemicals, set limits on the quantities or the concentrations that would prevent the formation of these explosives, then that would be significant. What I've done is I prepared an igniter, and then I will add the powder carefully to the tube.
There are dozens of chemicals available in common household products that can be combined to make deadly weapons.
We do want to protect the secrecy of these ingredients. We wouldn't want to encourage would-be terrorists.
Our IR gun is going to let us record the temperature of the charge that we're going to set off.
Measuring the impact of these explosives will help to protect first responders.
You never know what's going to happen, and it does get a little nerve-wracking sometimes. Fire in the hole! 3, 2, 1, fire! All clear.
Ouch.
The heat of that fireball would likely exceed 1,500 degrees Celsius.
You can see bits of the molten metal sprayed on them.
If it was set off in a crowded location, that would certainly injure people. This is clearly a hazardous mixture. Extremely fast burning, but subsonic. Anything that we can do to minimize the opportunities for bad people to take these useful chemicals and make them into explosives. That's everything for us.
But I love it. You know, it's not a monotonous 9-to-5 job. We're on 24/7, and being in Gander, you never know. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.
103 Squadron is part of a network of military, Coast Guard, police, and civilian agencies performing search and rescue.
We're going to be taking off at a Gander IFR, and we should have about an hour on scene, maybe a little bit more.
Each year, 103 Squadron responds to about 100 rescue callouts over a vast area stretching from the Maritimes to the Arctic.
I don't think there's anything better for job satisfaction when you get to help out somebody on their worst day. It'll be an overwater transition down to Hamilton Sound in the boat, Sir William Grenfell.
For today's boat hoist exercise, Sergeant Jim Cook and Master Corporal Anthony Bullen will be dropped 100 feet from the chopper to the Coast Guard ship below.
Weather's the biggest thing today. That does bump up the risk a little bit. Today, the weather is not good. It's about 200-foot ceilings, it's raining, it's bad visibility. Risk assessments, hazards, everybody's current and qualified. All right, let's do it. With weather like this, we try and mitigate the danger as much as we can. Obviously, when you're hoisting somebody out of a 34,000-pound helicopter, there's bound to be a certain level of risk there for sure.
Piloting today will be Captain Anna Stromenberg, a rookie who's been with the unit only 2 weeks.
I try just, focus on what I'm supposed to be doing up front. If you think about the fact that there's somebody, on the hoist, you'll freeze up and get really tense. Clear 2.
2 is cleared, please.
When we're on the hoist cable, we're just wait on a hook. Our lives are in their hands.
Clear rudders.
Rudder's clear.
Those SARTECs have to have great trust of the pilots flying them that we're not going to smash them off the side of a boat.
Cabin is secure. Pre-takeoff check is complete.
About a month ago, there was a homicide in the city, and I received from the scene a fired shot shell, which is a component that comes from when a shotgun is fired.
Firearms expert Lauren McCauley is comparing the shot shell from the murder scene to the one she test-fired from the shotgun found abandoned in the streets of Calgary.
Every gun is different, so I'm looking at unique markings on the firearm that get transferred to the fired shot shell.
If the markings from the test fire match, Detective Mike Shute will be a step closer to finding the killer of a 55-year-old man.
I think homicide investigations are very different than other police investigations. A family has lost a loved one. Shute speaking.
Hey, Mike, it's Lauren.
I finished the testing with that shotgun.
And I just want to let you know
That is not your shotgun from your homicide.
That's unfortunate.
I'll take the test fires and I'll put them into IBIS to see if that shotgun is related to anything else.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Lauren.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. It's very stressful. Everybody's trying to get to that common goal, which is to solve that homicide and to provide that victim family with some resolution.
With respect to this gun, any avenues that he was following are done. Still a benefit to know that this is not the gun.
Lauren inputs the evidence from the test fires into IBIS, a national identification system that matches bullets and casings to other crimes.
If someone uses a gun more than once and the evidence is in there, we're going to make those connections to see if it's linked to any other crimes across the country.
Hey, I will not to home you. It's a small harp seal. Baby one. It slide in the water. Oh, there it is.
Joe Nowdlack is an officer with Nunavut Corrections. For the next 48 hours, he's taking his work with inmates outside the prison walls.
We're the only jail in the whole world, I think, that we give guns to inmates to shoot. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I love it. The inmates likes it too.
When I see some seals or bearded seals, whatnot, or beluga.
The Inuit Cultural Skills Program aims to keep offenders like Naisina from reoffending by reconnecting them with traditional culture and a sense of pride.
Clears my mind, not locked up behind walls or doors. It's a lot better out here.
The incarceration rate in Nunavut is over 6 times the Canadian average. By healing individuals, the program hopes to heal northern communities.
Like these guys, some of them, they've never gone out hunting before, and they do feel good about it when they first learn how to do it.
Got it. Got some seal. He's got to cut it up. We're gonna go check it out. Probably go get a small piece to eat.
It may just look like cutting up seal, but it's showing a lot of respect and also personal respect for themselves.
It makes you think about how precious life is and respecting each other.
Each person will take part of the meat to take home.
Yeah, everything is shared. Like if we get nice enough to deliver some of the meat to an elder, it'll be very uplifting for him.
This precious time on the land is just one step in the rehabilitation process.
They're going back to the Inuit Cultural Skills Program, then they will start their counseling.
I really enjoy being out here. It makes me think, I want to do better things in life, to stay out of trouble.
Can you tell the RNC that that's a hit and run?
Red 5, responding to the impact zone.
Ship to the right-hand side.
Still turning around there, so you can keep going with your orbits for now.
It's been less than 48 hours since 103 Squadron helped search for a lost fishing vessel. The next distress call could come at any time. So today, the squadron is performing an exercise to stay in top form.
So we're going to do a boat hoist sequence. Hannah's flying. My first time flying with her, so first impressions are everything, eh? No pressure, though.
Make it a good one.
Yeah, hopefully everything goes as planned.
Sergeant Jim Cook, known as Cookie, and Master Corporal Anthony Bullen will make a risky descent to a Coast Guard vessel to retrieve a patient.
Got some white caps. Yeah, some wind. Slow your speed to 75 knots, Sarah.
We try and mitigate the danger as much as we can, but at the end of the day, this is something dangerous that we're doing for sure.
Steering's going to be into wind. It's about 10 knots out of the southeast.
The wind plays a big part in it because the more the boat is moving, the more difficult it's going to be to stay steady in one position.
We're just going to go alongside the boat right now, assess the hazards.
Check 190, clear rescue door.
The flight engineer, Corporal Warren Taylor, will guide Captain Anna Stromenberg's positioning over the ship and operate the hoist.
Obstacles for the aircraft, maybe the cranes.
Any error on the part of the pilot could drive a search and rescue technician into those cranes.
All right, man. All right, man. Good to go live if you guys are. Roger. Hoist bar, please. Cable cutter is enabled.
We're striving for the helicopter to be as stable over the deck as possible to get the guys down safely.
It's going to be my hoist to the back left corner. Check.
There was swell and the boat was moving around. It's challenging to be able to keep a steady helicopter.
Clear, StarTech to the door. Clear. StarTech's on the sill. Halfway out holding. Steady forward. Steady forward. Clear, StarTech to the door. Clear. StarTech's on the sill. Clear right, move right 40. StarTech's halfway out and hold it.
As Sergeant Jim Cook dangles 40 feet over the Atlantic, Captain Anna Stromenberg maneuvers to land him safely on deck.
We're working very closely with the FE to time it, that we're able to put the guys over the deck when the sea is at the calmest.
Right 20, steady forward. Back 5, 9, 8, back and right 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Steady back and right. StarTech's on the deck. Working hook. Hook's off the deck.
It's working off.
Next, Master Corporal Anthony Bullen is going over the sill.
StarTech's off the sill. Clear responsive. StarTech's 3/4 out and hold. Steady forward. 5. Continue right 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. StarTech's over the rail. StarTech's on the deck working the hook.
A crew member from the Sir Wilfrid Grenfell is standing by to play the role of rescue patient.
Okay, we'll send him down the sling.
Roger. Ready for extraction? Clear right.
The patient is hoisted to safety with Anthony on a cable that bears 600 pounds.
StarTech's 3/4 in slow mode. StarTech's coming inside. Ready for cookie. Move back right 10. Right 5. 3, 2, 1. Steady right. Cookie coming inside. You're clear to vessel.
We train a lot, but once we get the real call and you have a happy ending, it really means the world for sure.
Patient is secure.
Control from 910, that's it for us today. We're headed back to Gander. Thanks very much for your help today.
Happy, thank you.
Okay, lowering. Lowering.
There you go. Have a nice day.
Okay, roll him onto his belly, because it's a lot easier when we roll him into this. He weighs 178 pounds without anything on him, and he doesn't help you. It's very much like your university is trying to drag home one of your drunken buddies.
At the Canadian Explosives Research Lab, the next big bang could save the life of a first responder.
We're going to do some tests on a medium-level bomb suit, typically used by police forces, bomb squads, SWAT teams. 1, 2, 3. Good. This will determine whether somebody can survive a bomb blast wearing our suit. Although this is a dummy, this is life and death stuff.
On average, Canadian first responders deal with at least one explosives incident every 48 hours.
So we have him facing forward. He takes the brunt of the blast. We have pressure gauges here at his ear, because the ear is the most susceptible to pressure. Also in his chest, we have 2 more pressure gauges, and he reacts the same way a human would. We're testing it out on whatever it is that Bert has cooked up for us.
We're going to make a small parcel bomb, something that a first responder might encounter if they find a suspicious package. So I'm going to take this plastic explosive, cut about 100 grams. So plastic explosive is relatively malleable. It's very stable. And there you go, your suspicious package.
And we are armed. Charging! Ready to fire!
3, 2, 1, fire!
pretty good hit.
That's a good hit. It's a good fireball.
Explosives researchers are testing to find out if a newly developed bomb suit has what it takes to save a life.
We had a good detonation. Yeah, all look good.
So the visor's still on.
Bomb disposal experts working with Canada's 225 police services and military put themselves in the line of fire on behalf of others.
The outside is a little charred, again, as expected, but he held up. Helmet's still on one piece. Everything stayed where it should be. Suit worked well.
It's great to see when the work actually comes to something. The bomb suit's a good example, and someone's being protected. That's why you get up in the morning.